Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to Mommy Trader, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of my investy besties being here. We are a family of 5 and we plan on achieving something called FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early in almost 5 years with a $3 million net worth. So if that sounds interesting to you or you want to know more about investing, subscribe to the channel, like the video, join us. We're very open around here, and I hope that you can find some value in this content that you will subscribe. So let's talk about how to find and research companies. This is very important, guys, and one of my missions on this channel is to help you guys become more knowledgeable investors, because I have a lot of new beginner investy besties now, and so I want to make sure that you guys can learn and absorb as much of this information as possible so you can take it back to your family and friends and teach and show them, and then they can take it to someone else and teach and show them. This is how we truly can change the face of wealth. As always, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a fiduciary. This is not financial advice. But I do believe in sharing financial knowledge and exposing people to the possibilities of what their money can do. And I come with the receipts, okay? I take you guys inside of our 12 investment accounts and show you guys what's possible when you do have the proper knowledge and you apply that knowledge to your money. So let's talk about this today. But before I do that, I wanted to give a quick $1 investing update for my daughter, because you guys know my 15-year-old will be or has joined us on this challenge. She does have a Fidelity teen account. It's an account that Fidelity just created for teenagers. I think it starts at 13. So if you have children and you want them to start investing on their own, that's a great place to start. I'll have like a screenshot somewhere on the screen. But today is the 19th of October, so we are like more than halfway now to the end of the month. So I hope you guys are setting aside your $1, or if you have already started to invest, I'm so happy that you guys are just actually making moves. But my daughter gave me some more of her money, so I have it right here. Yes, guys, she's being very consistent with her money. I'm going to count it on screen, and she watches my video too, so hey, babe. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So $19 because it's October 19th. And let me tell y'all, my daughter loves going to Wawa with her friends, and Wawa is like a convenience type of coffee place where I live. She also loves going to McDonald's, and the fact that she sacrificed some of her money to start investing on her own, because remember, we have an investing account for her. We also have a savings account for her, but she also has her own investing account with Fidelity Teen, and she also has her own savings account. And it may be a little bit, I mean, $1 to some people may not be a lot, but this is starting something big. Okay, this is a movement that we're on. So her $19 right here, and she gave me her updated sheet. Yes, my baby colored her stuff, and so she is on it, guys. She is on it, and I know a lot of you are on it because I've been seeing your videos. You've been leaving me comments and emails and DMs, so I am so happy to see you guys investing, because it really does not take a lot. You just need to be consistent. That's the one thing outside of being patient that most people struggle with investing, is being consistent. But we are going to just keep chugging along and keep moving. And keep in mind, we have our October portfolio update coming out this Friday. So when you see that update and you see those big numbers, remember, we started off small with this. This plus consistency and patience equals the big numbers you will see in that portfolio update. Okay, guys, so let's move on to how to find and research stocks. So I have my notes here because you already know. You already know. And so yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm going to tell you guys how my husband and I find and research companies, and hopefully this can provide some inspiration to you so that you can get started as well. Remember, you don't want to just blindly follow anybody, including moi, including your investy bestie. Okay, anything that anybody says on social media, you want to verify it. That means even with Apple, even though most of you know what Apple is, even with Apple, even with VTI, do your research. And the things I'm going to tell you about in this video, you can use it to research those stocks and investments. But another thing I want you guys to be wary of is a lot of time on social media, you will find people that will say, buy this stock, it's going to go up 100 times %. You cannot get rich overnight with investing. Not the way that we are doing it. Most investors, like 99.9% of them, do not get rich overnight. It takes consistency. It takes about knowing where to find companies and buying and hold. I say that all the time. Buy, hold, buy, hold, buy, hold, buy, hold. So when you see it online, you're coming across something, somebody is saying, oh, this stock is going to go up, 1,000%. Because yes, that does exist on the internet, and a lot of people fall for it and they lose their hard-earned money as well. So I just want to make sure, I put that out there, verify everything that everybody says. And one way I love to do it is I like to follow people who show me their accounts. You can block out your account number, you can block out your address and your name, but I want to see what you're invested in, because if you're telling me to put all of my money into it, I want to make sure that you are actually backing up what you're saying. Okay, so just be wary of that, guys. Okay, I want to make sure I'm watching out for a lot of you, because I've been seeing it a lot more online. Okay, you cannot get rich quick when it comes to investing. Okay, so let's talk about how to find and research stocks. So the first thing you want to make sure you do before you even do anything is realize that with investing, it's going to be a sacrifice. You have to find the time to actually make the time to research and find companies. That means you may have to give up some of your reality shows. That means you may give up going out with the friends and doing this, because if you don't make the time, then you're not going to have the time to make the money. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. You have to make intentional sacrifices. I talked about that a lot in my fire video, which will be linked somewhere above or in the description box below. But yes, intentional sacrifice when it comes to investing. So the first place that I would say you start is at the beginning. And when I say the beginning, I mean changing this. Before you even start investing, you should be changing this. You got to change your money mindset. A lot of people start investing, they fall for the get rich quick type of investing. It doesn't work out. They feel down and they give up. We want to make sure that we have the right approach to how we view money and how money can work for us. One of the best things I suggest any beginner investors do is start reading books that can help change their view on money. Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of the greatest ones that I've ever read. The Richest Man in Babylon. You have The Psychology of Money, the Bible. I mean, these are great sources to just help you change this in terms of how you view money and investing. There are free audiobooks. Like if you go right now to YouTube and you type in Rich Dad Poor Dad, the audio will come up. If you type in The Richest Man in Babylon, the audio will come up. So if you're cooking dinner, if you're driving home from work, if you are cooking dinner or just anything like that, any chores you're doing around the house, you can use some time. So sacrifice some time, maybe 15-20 minutes every day, every other day, and just listen to some of these audiobooks, free audiobooks, so that you can change this. Because if you don't change how you view money, your success rate when it comes to investing will not be as great as it can be. Okay, the second way you can find companies is just get the companies that you already use right now. You would be so surprised. And I had a series on this channel a couple months back called Investing at Home that I am going to bring back. And the idea is to pick a room in your house, and you would be so surprised at how many companies are traded on the stock market that you have. For example, in your kitchen. So your appliances, Whirlpool and Samsung. With your food, you have Coke, you have Pepsi, you have General Mills, you have Kellogg's, you have Hormel. I mean, all of these companies are traded on the stock market. Did you go to Lowe's to buy your appliances or Home Depot? Oh, really? So they are also traded on the stock market as well. And so we want to make sure that if you don't know where to start with the things that you currently use. A lot of you already have Apple devices. A lot of you use AT&T or Verizon. Great companies that pay a dividend, by the way, that are traded on the stock market. So I tell people all the time, be a consumer and an owner. If you don't know where to start with companies that you already use. You go to a favorite place to get pickup like Chipotle, they are traded on the stock market. Domino's for the kiddies, McDonald's, they are traded on the stock market. Get gas at Exxon, they are traded on the stock market as well. It's really amazing to see, once you know about the fundamentals of investing, how it just opens up your mind, and it makes me rather so excited, because I'm learning and I'm starting to see a lot of this in real time. Because I buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch for the kids. That's their favorite cereal. I like Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Two companies that are traded on the stock market. Okay, so start with the things that you currently use. Okay, the next thing is you have to know the fundamentals of a company. This is where the research come in. So you will hear two terms in the investing world. You will hear fundamental analysis and you will hear technical analysis. For the sake of this video and for beginners, in my humble opinion, I would suggest you focus specifically on fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is more like pricing patterns and charts, and is really big for people who are day traders or option traders, people who short stock, things like that. But because I know a lot of the beginners out there do not do that, or rather I don't believe you should do that, because that is really risky type of investing or trading. And so again, the technical analysis is like for that type of stuff, but the fundamentals is basically the makeup of the company. That's the financials, that's the management, that's the products or services that they offer. And you want to make sure you are on top of this in terms of what do they have that is coming out soon? Do they have products that may still be around? Do they have a loyal, strong fan base? What about their books? What about how much debt that they have on hand? How much cash do they have in reserves? What about the management of the company? Do you know the CEO? Some trivia here. I'm going to insert some trivia because I want to make sure you guys are doing your research. Can you tell me, especially for my beginners out there, who is the current CEO of Apple? Okay, now this is a pick that we have for October. So can you tell me who the current CEO of Apple is? And a second trivia question is, can you tell me what the V and VTI stands for? Okay, and it may be very simple to a lot of you, but you would be surprised at how much a lot of beginner investors, because this was me too, I just did not know. And so this is why I'm on this channel, on this platform, really trying to educate you guys, because I want so many of y'all to be able to break generational curses, be able to achieve all of your financial goals. And one way to do that is to become more knowledgeable. So please answer those two trivia questions down below. And I'm going to make sure I insert some trivia in some of my videos going forward to test you guys' knowledge in terms of, are you actually researching the companies? Okay, so yeah, the fundamentals. So you want to make sure that just because a company sounds good doesn't mean that they are actually good when it comes to investing your money. I love to say, if you can't see a company around 5 years, at least 5 years from now, then don't invest in them. If a company has more debt than like a lot of the cash on hand, then I would just, do some more research. And I'm going to tell you some of the places that we look in terms of doing research. But with your fundamental analysis, you want to make sure that you are looking at the earnings statements. You want to make sure that you are on top of if any news is being released. But I'm going to tell you guys how my husband and myself stay on top of all this stuff to make it a little easier for you guys. And that actually leads into our last point. And so this is keep your eyes and ears open. Okay, so one of the ways we do that is we are big into forums. Okay, I love forums because it allows me to see things from another person's level. So it's not some, talking head on a show telling me what to do. It's other investors like myself who are, putting out maybe picks here, or maybe saying, there's a product coming out, I think you guys may like it. And I really am big into forums. So I like Reddit. I like Boggleheads as well. Leave me some forums down below that you guys look at as well. Also, social media can be a really big help here. On Instagram, you have a lot of people who share a lot of like investment type of stuff. Wall Street Trapper is a very good one. Better Wallet is another good one. Delaney the Money Coach is also a good one on Instagram. She's really big on Instagram as well. In terms of the books that I just told you about, the audiobooks, that's a great resource as well. I love watching Jim Cramer and just turning on CNBC, sometimes Fox Business, and just listening for maybe 5-10 minutes on what they're saying, what's coming down the pike, because you'd be surprised. Like, you will really be surprised. I'll tell you this, when the pandemic first started, and this is an example of keeping your eyes and ears open, and the idea, or you started to hear talks about vaccines, that was a cue to my husband and myself to start putting our money in some healthcare companies, not just Pfizer or Moderna, but look into like hospitals or insurance companies as well, because all of these entities will benefit from a vaccine being produced. Okay, so that's an example of keeping your eyes and ears open. What else did I have on it? Yes, the news, any news that are coming out, anything that you hear that may catch your eye, that is something that you can actually stop and do some research on. If you hear a company, go to Google and type the company in, and it'll bring up for example, Yahoo Finance, where you can go and look at the financials of the company, find out who the management is, how much debt that they have on hand, if they pay a dividend. And if you are looking up funds, the funds will work the same way. It'll tell you the top 10 holdings or so inside that fund, any type of fees or expenses associated with that fund, the fund managers. All of this information is out there, but I feel like if a lot of people knew where to find it or how to find it, they would be much better off. And I'll have a lot of links in the description box below so that you guys can go back and look at some of this stuff and do your own research, because it's so important, guys. But one thing that you will discover, that my husband and myself discovered, was that we enjoy it. We love it. We absolutely love learning about ways to make our money grow, because it's not just investing in the stock market. We love learning about cryptocurrency. I mean, we have almost a $15,000 account on Coinbase. We love learning about ways to help other people grow their money as well. And so I want to make sure that, like I said, I've been saying it all video, be knowledgeable, and I want to help you to become that. So I hope that these resources helped you guys in terms of how to find stocks or companies or funds, and how to do your own research when it comes to it. I love Yahoo Finance. I love Market Watch. I love Motley Fool. I mean, there are so many articles and forums and books that you can go and utilize that will really be beneficial to your journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, because I enjoyed making it, like I always enjoy making all of the videos. So keep that in mind as you're setting aside your $1 challenge. Make some time to go through everything that I just talked about in this video. Click on some of the links and just read and try to absorb some of that information, because it really will help you guys. Don't forget to answer the trivia questions. Like, share, comment on the video. I love talking with you guys. Okay, stay tuned, because on Friday we have our October portfolio updates, and you will be able to see all of this information I just talked about in this video worked out there. That is how we got there, by utilizing all the tips that I shared with you. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.